You know, you hear these stories in sports history at all levels, from the Olympic level and the professional level and college levels of these seasons, these magical seasons, and they're great stories, and they're great to hear about them. But to be part of that, to be able to experience that firsthand, is really an awesome feeling.
It seemed like we were uphill the whole way. That, you know, we had to win 2 huge road games, and we had a tough one at home with Conifer, and to finally see the dream materialize, it was almost kind of surreal.
There was a little magic. There's no doubt about that there was a little magic going on there. I think the miracle effect encompasses all the former people that have gone through this program. I think it encompasses how much football means to this community. I think it's a combination of all those things. People have told me that they're not believers in luck, and whether luck exists or it doesn't, I don't know. I'm not nearly smart enough to figure that out. But I know that there was an element of magic going on. There was something special that was with us throughout that whole month. Those 4 weeks that we were in the playoffs, there was something with us that I don't think we've had before.
It's Time, obviously, was a statement that stuck with the kids and the coaches and the community. And after we have won the state championship, obviously it was a huge statement that we made, and it was also a chance, kind of a statement that we were making. You know, going to the school in the spring and giving it to the secretaries and the different coaches, and we were pinning it up everywhere, and people were kind of looking at it going, well, what do you mean it's time? And they had no clue what kind of meaning it was going to mean. You know, we ended up getting the state championship.
State championship was obviously our goal all year. We came in thinking we could beat every team in league, and just looking at the schedule from, you know, before the season started, we really thought we could dominate.
We wanted it. We wanted the state championship with the It's Time slogan and everything. I mean, it was our year.
That's all I expected, was to win. I didn't expect to lose at all once we got it started. You know, each game it felt like we were doing more and more and got better and better, and it felt like we couldn't be stopped.
Once the regular season started, I was excited. I was having a blast, and I think everybody else was too. We talked about state, but I think that we kind of just took it one game at a time, tried to anyways.
Steamboat impressed me. I was really happy because Steamboat was kind of a grudge match, I felt, going in, only because of what had happened the year previously. So I know that there were some tense moments before Steamboat going in. Also, remember, Steamboat just played Palisade to a 35-28 game the week before we played them, and we dominated Steamboat. Offensively, defensively, special teams, it was never close. Delta was kind of a wake-up call, but it was easy not to get too concerned over Delta because Delta was simply 2 or 3 mistakes, literally. Take away 2 or 3 mistakes, I know we can't do that, but that's a game of almost total domination.
Glenwood was a difficult loss. I've been here long enough, I remember when Glenwood was a challenge, and Glenwood was a tough game. And they've always had good athletes, and so you knew the year was coming that they were going to beat us. That we were always the team they wanted to beat every year. If they could beat Rifle, their season was made.
Their season is to beat Rifle.
Good snap. Kick is up. It is. Good! It's good! It's just inside the upright! Glenwood takes the lead!
I have some good friends at Glenwood, and they still to this day, yeah, you guys are state champions, but we beat you.
That was terrible. I remember I went home that night and played poker with my cousins, and they made fun of me the whole time because they both played for Rifle and they never lost to Glenwood.
I think that was a great learning experience. Our kids came back really hard against Palisade the next week and then ended up losing right at the end of the game, but those are all character builders.
Palisade had everything to do with football down there, and there were a lot of strategies going on, fantastic efforts being put forth from kids on both sides of the field. Palisade was everything that's good about high school football. It ripped my soul out, don't misunderstand losing that game, but I'd go back. I'd go back and be a part of that one again.
You know, they put everything into this game. Our kids could fold, it'll end our season, or we could really come out of this well. And I didn't make any prediction one way or the other, but obviously it worked out.
You know, we started out kind of sluggish, and I think that was just because of the week before, but we finished real strong in the second half, and the defense seems to be playing better each week, and I think that's a key anytime you want a championship team is how the defense is playing. The things were starting to come together a little bit, and we felt pretty confident.
And I think a lot of guys going into that game thought we don't have to win this game, and we kind of slacked off, I think.
They just drove the ball hard on us. You know, offense didn't have that much time to score in that game. They played real hard. I think they got us ready for the playoffs.
You know, I was proud of our kids. We had to win out those last 2 games just to make the playoffs, like everyone knows, and we didn't give up a point. So those last 2 games, knowing the importance and basically the season's right, we put ourselves in a position where the season was riding on those last 2 games, and we didn't give up a point. So I was pretty happy with that. I was pretty proud of that fact for the coaches and all the time that they put in and the kids making all that happen. That was, what a great time to come up with a couple shutouts.